Hawks, it's Joe.
And Romeo.
Welcome back to another week of Hawkeye TV.
First, we'd like to start off by congratulating Miss Richards students who participated in the French Symposium.
A special shout out to Faiza, Maria, Miguel, Maya, and Petra.
Congratulations, everyone.
Don't forget to buy your tickets for the spring dance tomorrow night.
Tickets are $20 today and the prices will be raised at the door.
Come support our juniors.
Up next, we have Leslie with the sports segment.
Hey Hawks, welcome to a brand new segment of Leslie's Soccer Room. Today we have Martin, the captain of the boys soccer team. So Martin,
Thanks for having me.
thanks for being here. So tell me, how has it been being the captain of the boys soccer team?
Well, for me, it's been good. I've really enjoyed this experience. I've been captain since last year, and I've taken it as a learning experience, and hopefully later on in the future it'll help me.
Okay, so how have your grades been? How has it been managing?
It's been good. Just keeping up with my grades and just making sure I turn all my work in and talk to my teachers just to make sure everything's on point and my grades are up. So in order for me to play.
Okay, so as you know, we're about getting ready to graduate. So what has been your favorite memory so far?
Well, I think my favorite memory from soccer was my sophomore year, whenever we made it to regional finals, and in the final game we won and we were able to advance. So I guess that was the best memory I had. I got to score the final goal, so that was a pretty fun experience for me.
That's great, Martin. Thanks for being here.
All right, thanks for having me, Leslie.
No problem.
Thank you, Leslie.
Juniors and seniors, next Wednesday we'll be having a speaker from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m.
Up next, we have Ella with some information about our student cups.
Hey Hawks, we're here with Jessica from HOSA. So we heard that you got 5th place in community awareness. Can you tell us a little bit about this competition?
Yes, so we just went to HOSA State, which was held in Corpus Christi, and there we presented a short presentation about our community awareness campaign that we carried out throughout the school year, and it was for pancreatic cancer. I don't know if you guys recall, but there was a charity dinner that we've done, and we've also done lots of bake sales, ice cream sales. All of this was to raise awareness and raise funding for pancreatic cancer.
Well, that's interesting. Now, because you placed 5th in state, how are y'all planning to prepare for nationals?
Well, we're going to be adding to our portfolio. So we have lots of upcoming events lined for the next few months. A dodgeball tournament. We're going to be going to Ice Sweep and presenting about pancreatic cancer there as well. So we're just adding to our portfolio to really prepare for nationals.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for taking out some of your time for this interview, and we'll be rooting for y'all. Bye.
Next Friday, April 14th, we do not have school.
So enjoy another day for extra sleep.
Finally, we have Daniel and Caitlin with some student life information.
Hey guys, I'm back again with Danielle's Dungeon. Today I'm here with
Alexi.
and I want to ask you a few questions about your SAT experience since you did do well.
Well, taking the SAT, it was kind of a struggle. I wasn't like that really well. I didn't do that well with taking tests back in my junior year, but with practice I was able to improve those test taking skills.
That's awesome. I always hear that practice is the most important thing for a standardized test, but what are some options for students who don't do well on their first SAT score?
Well, you always have the ACT to take, which is really great also. And then there's also things like SAT subject tests, which basically focus on a certain subject, and also just by taking them, you're making your application to colleges more well-rounded.
Awesome. I definitely agree. I took my ACT and subject test, and I do feel like it helped me get to better schools. And especially if you don't have like the top score, not everybody's going to be in 90th percentile. So keep in mind that if you are one of those people, make sure to have other things on your application that make you stand out, because you are a unique applicant and you will do well. So thank you, Alexi, so much for having you here.
Thanks for having me.
And I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of Danielle's Dungeon. But wait, there's more. I'm also here with
Zainab.
one of our leading IT students, a great girl proficient in computer science, all types of technology. So I wanted to ask you, what was your experience being a woman who was getting into science and interested in technology and all that?
It's actually kind of weird because I first got into technology, I think, in like middle elementary. When I was in 4th grade, I got a PSP for like just for getting good grades back in 3rd grade. And so whenever I had my PSP, like, I played it so much. Like, I'd be on like constantly. But I got like super bored of it like really quick. So I decided to like kind of like look into like different ways that I could use the PSP. And that's like how I got into like using like open source applications online or installing like different stuff onto my PSP and kind of exploring what it can do. Then ever since then, I've been hooked on computers and technology and everything. And like no one really stopped me until I'd say like high school. Until where I started realizing how it's like how male dominated it is. Like whenever I go to like hackathons or whatever, there'd be like maybe 6 girls total. And it's crazy, like, because it's super intimidating if you've like never like tried computer science, or if you don't know about technology. It's intimidating if you want to learn, but if you're like you got to a room, there's like a bunch of dudes there who already know everything. It was like it's quite the struggle, but like there's more and more girls going into computer science now, which I'm really happy about. But I feel like there needs to be like more initiatives taken to expose girls like to computers and technology itself.
Definitely. So how would you say that you've been able to overcome this at Harmony? Like, I know you are in robotics. I know that you participate a lot in our computer-related like activities and competitions. So
thank God that our computer science classes are like pretty like equal in the gender ratio and whatnot. But in robotics, especially my first year, the girls really weren't able to do much in robotics. It was like super male dominated. We had like maybe 5 girls across 40 people on the teams. And then like the girls, like we always talk to the coach, we're like, okay, we want to do stuff, we want to like learn or whatnot. And eventually we got a new coach, and he wanted to have an all-girls team. So we had an all-girls team for like 1 year, which was my sophomore year. And I was the captain of it. And just having all that all-female like kind of like safe space kind of thing, it like allowed us like just to learn and like do whatever what we wanted with the robot, for like without being like intimidated or like feel like we were like left behind or whatnot. And as a result of that, like we've had a lot more girls join robotics, and the gender ratio in robotics is becoming like a lot better, which I'm really happy about.
Yes, I'm happy as well. So I'm really excited to get that other perspective. I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. And thank you for coming to Danielle Center.
Thank you, Danielle.
No problem.
That's all we have for this week. Thanks for watching.
This has been Romeo.
And Joe, reporting for Hawkeye TV.
I ain't been getting high. Well, maybe a little, baby, I don't wanna lie. I know when you text me, girl, I don't always reply. Well, you're not an angel either, you can't even fly.